Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppers. Today checking out some Danish craft beer from Haze Brewing. You might have already seen that I did a Haze Brewing brewery showcase where Kim, who is the guy behind Haze, was kind enough to send some beers. We did a showcase of his beers. They were really nice. And he already, like prior to that, did a collab with Ale Farm, a Kvite yeast, a kind of hazy IPA. It was nice. It was not my favorite IPA. I think the stuff he's done on his own has been better. But yeah, he sent me a package of beer with a few hazies and this, which I'm stoked to try, a West Coast double IPA. So I've had sour IPA, and stout from him, and this will be the first time I try a clear beer. But I'm stoked on this because I love West Coast IPAs, and this has some cool hops. So this one is called The Coast is Clear, with the Hops and Haze logo on there on the can. And yeah, this is a double dry hop West Coast double IPA. I mean, that's amazing. I've been preaching this so long in my videos. Like, treat the West Coast IPAs like New England's and do crazy dry hops and whatnot. They can still be fantastic. It's a different type of beer, but it still, tastes fucking dope. So he's got it's 8%, and the hop combo is Columbus, which I'm taking is for bittering, Simcoe, Citra, Mosaic, and Osaka. That sounds like some awesome dank hops, especially Simcoe, Citra, Mosaic. That can go quite dank. And then we got Osaka, which will probably provide some tropical vibes too. So yeah, I'm stoked on this one. Trying some clear beer. So let's check this one out. Pours a beautiful, very clear looking golden yellow color in the glass with a white head. Medium levels of carbonation. It just looks really nice. Let's check out the aroma. On the Coast is Clear. Man, thanks a ton for sending this, Kim. I'm stoked on trying it. Ooh, yeah, that smells really nice. It's surprisingly minty to me. Yeah, like minty, prickly kind of spiciness to it. And it's actually a little less dank than I expected. There is a bit of sweet maltiness too. I don't know if I, for a sec there, just got the slightest whiff of diacetyl. Just a very mild hint, but it smells nice. Like, yeah, I didn't expect that kind of like spice thing, but yeah, it smells otherwise pretty good. I actually also expected more like bright dankness and things like that, but there's not a ton of it. There's like some sweet citrus and like there's some floral vibes. I'm getting some of the Mosaic now with like a little bit of that like slight earthy, I want to say almost sweaty. Now kind of like I don't think there's any diacetyl or anything. There was just like a touch of something that just reminded me of a buttery note, but smelling it now more and more, I'm like kind of past that. I'm not really smelling it. It might just be hops or something. Some earthiness. It smells pretty good. It's actually, I expected it to be a bit more new school West Coast, kind of like slice at all these breweries, but it smells a bit more old school. There's some orangey, pithy orange vibes too, but yeah, let's try it. Cheers, and thanks to Kim for the beer. Huge bitterness. Yeah, I think there is a touch of diacetyl, the slightest touch. Because up front, I'm getting a little bit of a butterscotch kind of vibe. It's ever so light. Otherwise, pretty nice, pretty nice. It's not like, it's a really nice West Coaster, for sure. It's somewhat old school, but there is a little bit of a new school flair, but it's not like this kind of crazy bright, dank, cushy beers that, say, for example, Slice does. When I've given like the 96.7s, whatever, to some of their awesome West Coast IPAs, it's not really in that vein. It has some kind of a new school. It has some bit of like touch of old school vibes to it as well. I'm just not like fired up. It's nice, but it's just like wow. There's definitely grapefruit. There's pithy citrus. There is like almost garlicky, oniony, chivy vibes. Lots of earthiness. It's very clean. Otherwise, the only thing is like, to me, there was a touch of that kind of diacetyl-ish vibe. I'm kind of smelling it too. It's almost like a butterscotch or something, and that's it. Initially, it's always diacetyl, I think, of when I get something like that, but it's very restrained and low, and I'm not sure if everyone would pick up on it, so it's not something that's too off-putting, especially also because there's so much bitterness and dryness that kind of dries out. I'm just like so surprised there's like no big dankness. I really expected that, like big pop of like bright thing was because of the hops and whatnot. But I guess it really depends on how you treat beers like this and how you do them in terms of getting those flavors. It depends on dry hopping and how you dry hop, and it depends on. There's so many things that plays in. I think this is a very nice West Coast IPA. I'd be really happy if I brewed this myself. I just don't know why I was thinking, is this gonna be like slice like and stuff like that in my mind, just because I was so stoked on those. But I still think this is really, really good beer. You know, it's nothing like. I think he's done better with his hazy IPAs, to be 100% honest. But I still think this is a good, good West Coast IPA. I'd be happy if I made it. There's a bit of a black tea kind of vibe, like I got that a lot as well, and like back in the day, it's super light, but there's a little bit of that. But mostly it's like grapefruit pith, pine, resin, and like earthiness and one like chivy, garlicky, oniony. It's not that fruity. Like a lot of more new school West Coasters are like really fruity. I think there is some of it, again with the citrus pith and whatnot, but it's not like that like tropical flavor and like crazy kush dankness and whatnot. As again, I think Slice is one of the best examples for West Coast IPAs like that, or just North Park, like one of the best West Coast IPAs that's easy to get if you're in Southern California, pretty much year round, is Hop Fu from North Park. That's like such an outstanding West Coast IPA, like really good stuff. Yeah, it's good. It's. I will say I'm a little bit disappointed, but maybe I had my hopes up a bit too high as well, because, I didn't go in 100%, unbiased. I was just going in like, yes, double dry West Coast IPA, and it's just like, I'm not completely fulfilled, but I still think it's nice. Rating-wise, 88, 3.75. There's a bit of a fun bubblegummy vibe, though. Spearminty bubblegum. But, yeah, I think 88, maybe small 89, something like that. I don't want to jump on like 90s, because I think it lacks a little bit of like more fruitiness to me. Like I love old school West Coasters too, but what I loved about them, like the really good ones, is like, even though this has got a good amount of flavor, they had a big saturation of flavor. But even the old school ones, if you think, I know Pliny is crazy to compare to, but that also has like some bright fruitiness and whatnot. Like it's not all just earthy, resiny flavors. That being said, like some of the best West Coasters coming out to me nowadays is also some that do some of the new school stuff with all that cushy dank vibes and also tropic vibes and whatnot. But that being said, this is still a very nice beer, and I'd be totally happy if I brewed it, as I said a million times in this video already, and I think you guys should check out if you get the chance. I think if you want to check out some Hops and Haze, best bet is to go on Brew Parts, which is also advertised on the cans, because that's where it's brewed. And it's a homebrew shop where you can buy, homebrew ingredients, but also beers, and beers from Hops and Haze being some of them. But this was fun. I'm looking forward to be trying the other beers. I think it's a variant of Embrace the Merc, where he does like hazy IPAs with different hops, and one of the other one is a collab with Ale Farm, which will be fun to try as well. But yeah, if you guys had a chance to try The Coast is Clear from Hops and Haze Brewing, let me know what you thought of it. As always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And I'm going to say cheers and thanks a ton to Kim for the beer. And see you guys in the beer review.